The question is, how good is Device gonna get coming back? Device, you know, I'm not gonna say anything crazy. First of all, great start, okay? Look at them stats. Device has still not been announced yet on the HLTV top 20 list. His stats are slightly better than Simple's. If you take away frequency and just talk about quality here, the maps we've got, if you take away versus top 5 versus top 10, Device is doing a lot. So listen, don't sleep on the kid. You'll regret it. A lot of heat on Glaive right now. Okay, listen, Glaive's a dad and he has 4 majors. Talk to me when your favorite IGL has that, okay? Then we'll talk about Glaive becoming washed. All right, I'm comfortable with Glaive being washed, okay? You might not be comfortable with Glaive being washed. That's a you problem. We already got our 4 rings. Me and him, us, Glaive fan club, okay? But you know what has also kind of emerged out of the storyline? It's not just Dupree and Magis going over to Vitality. It's not just Glaive staying with Astralis and then getting to play with Config, Blame F, and some other good players not playing so well. Sonic going to Vitality. I mean, they're not really doing much, right? But it's also the fact that Device like left in the middle of all of this downfall of Astralis in some sense, just by his absence. No, by the way, he had every right in the world to take that leave of absence. You know, him leaving Astralis in the first place, and then I think it was probably about time for the team. Maybe they weren't going to get better. That's probably true too. That's probably true. You know, everybody had won a lot at that point. You have the quote from Olaf Meister, and he's like, sometimes it's hard to roll out of bed when, you know, you already got your rings. He said something like that. He said something a goat would say. You know what I'm saying? In goat language. That's true, man. You know, how many of your favorite players, your favorite athletes are falling off when they start winning a lot? Longevity, when we talk about the narratives around players, is going to be relevant to us as fans and analysts and, you know, spectators, everything like that. But to players themselves, when they're in it, I mean, who knows what their actual goals are, right? Their biggest goal might have been to win 1 major, and then did way more than that. And then it's like, how do you justify grinding 40 hours a week when there's like 800 Monacies being born every minute, ready to take your spot in the next year, putting in 15,000 hours by the time you're 12 years old? You want to know how good Device will be in the next years, and I don't know how good he will be. I will say he's never been number 1 in the world, but he's been top 5 since 2015 until 2020, and usually top 3. And in 2018, even when Simple had his unbelievable year that will maybe never be topped by another player again, it's not as unbelievable as like Zywoo being number 1 in his rookie year. Like, I don't know if that'll ever happen again. Either way, Device was right there beside him, okay? So if Simple didn't exist, he would have a number 1. He's definitely one of the most consistent and top performers of all time, top 1 or 2. And even when Astralis were bad, Device was good. And I think that's my main point here, okay? Back in the days when they were TSM, even before that, they played with Fetish. Fetish was the caller, and he was the opper, and Device was a rifler. And Device just started opping because he was just better as a hybrid than Fetish was as a primary. Then he just started opping all the time. Then he became the opper. He was just like a star rifler before that. And this is before Glaive even came in, before they won a major or anything. They had this top 4 choking thing that kept happening over and over again with TSM, early Astralis, with Kerrigan, and then they made the change to Glaive, and that fixed all the choking. But no matter what, through all of that, we had Device was playing very well. Like, he has never been a bad player, and he's always been one of the best players in the world by far. Look at Astralis without him. All right, sometimes we're like, oh, it's the Magisk edition. That's when the majors really started rolling in. It was Dupree, you know, been there since the beginning. Core entry fragger, best entry fragger of all time. 3 GOAT entry, whatever. It's Glaive who came in and fixed a choking problem, and like then it's Device from before that and after that. And as soon as he left, magically, I mean, things really started to not work out. So I'm not going to be the guy to tell you that Device is going to fall off, but I will say that if he does, I'm not going to be mad at him. That's why I'm taking this video. But for now, great comeback. Let's see if the comeback is greater than the setback. That's what we're looking for in 2023 with Device.